Alright, guys. Chainsaw Man episode 7. Let's talk about this episode. So, let's talk about the most iconic part of Chainsaw Man ever. This scene might be the iconic scene of Chainsaw Man, and how it went very mid. It was a very mid scene, and I'm talking about Himeno barfing in Denji's mouth. So I had to rewatch this scene multiple times because when I initially watched it, I didn't really like it. And you guys know how I feel about Chainsaw Man. It's just not that funny. They toned down literally like everything. There's this channel called Booba T. He covered a video over this very thing about Chainsaw Man being very toned down, and with the director wanting to make it more cinematic than over the top, super edgy, funny, because the manga is exactly that. So one thing though that Booba T's video confirmed is a lot of Japanese people actually are complaining about Chainsaw Man the anime because, guys, that's how I know I'm not going crazy. The Chainsaw Man anime is just not as funny, but for Western viewers, and by a lot of comments, a lot of people actually, they find it funny, they still like it, but we're just not seeing eye to eye, right? For me and English speaking people are not seeing eye to eye. But Japanese people, we're seeing a little bit closer to what at least the manga was portraying. After the scene, after Denji, gets barfed in, they do the little cutback to his past. Like, one thing I can't knock on Chainsaw Man the anime, it's very, very accurate to what is in the manga. It's just how they portray it. They make it more serious. They tone down all the reactions, and they kind of just make it I hate to use the word mid, but they make the levels not change as much. I'm sure there is a specific way to say the kind of music, like the cue to play the music to let you know that something funny, something serious, something, out of this world is gonna happen. They play that damn music like every time, but even that was toned down. So when Himeno took Denji and started kissing him, I was like, oh my god, it's going down. It is going down. And then the build up to it, they did build up to it, but it just didn't have that feel of epicness. That feel of, oh shit, that just freaking happened. Like, I didn't get that feeling. So in the manga, if you read the pages and you flip it to the next page of the barf, like, it hits you in the face, like that. Like, it hits you in the face. Like, there's barf inside Denji's mouth, and then he swallows it. Like, you don't get that same, like, disgusting, like, over-the-top feel as the scene is supposed to be. Like, it's freaking disgusting, right? I actually have a pretty monotone voice, so it's just like one of those things where if you just say everything monotone, like, it doesn't sound that amazing. You gotta have a little bit of more tonality, a little bit of personality, a little bit more energy behind it, right? So it just becomes one of those things where it's like, oh, Denji kisses Himeno, it's kind of sexy, and then all of a sudden Himeno barfs all over Denji. Ew. Like, that's kind of how it is. I kind of hate to explain it that way, but that's just how it is, man. There's just it just frustrates me because these are the meme moments, these are the iconic moments, and these are moments I look forward to the most, because these are the scenes that, like, win you over as a Chainsaw Man manga reader. You had the scene with Power and Denji on the toilet. That was pretty good. Can't lie. But this scene, this one was the big one for me, and I just thought it was just very mid. It was very mid. But what happened afterwards when he was throwing up with Arai, like, consoling him when he was throwing up in the toilet, they use, like, very serious music. Like, it just seems so, like, off to me. Like, this is a hilarious moment, and you're trying to make something like that, like, super serious, like, super deep and emotional. It's like, Ah, man, I don't know. It just feels weird to think of it that way. It doesn't conform to what the situation is. Like, it's supposed to be hilarious. So Arai consoling Denji in the bathroom, it's supposed to be a funny moment out of that. Like, I don't understand. I just don't understand why they made it serious. They played piano music. Like, at no point where just like they should be playing any kind of very serious piano music. Like, that is where the cinematicness, the seriousness that they're going for in Chainsaw Man, that's where it makes it negative. Now, the parts at the beginning of the episode when he's fighting the Eternity Devil, cutting it up, the visually, everything, that element of Chainsaw Man is very good. But when it comes to the comedy, the parts that matter the most for Chainsaw Man, those are the moments that matter the most. It's the memeable moments. It's the moments that win you over as a fan. And they made it mid. So yeah, that is my hot take over Chainsaw Man. So let me know what you guys think about Chainsaw Man episode 7. How did you feel about the throw up scene? How do you guys feel about the rest of the episode? But my main focus is that scene, what happens afterwards. They did the scene with Himeno at the end of the episode. They did that pretty well. I'm pretty sure a lot of people got a little bit excited for that scene. So I thought that scene was done pretty good. But the barf thing, how they handled that, I think it was just mid. You know, it wasn't terrible. What they did was very close to pretty much how the manga went. But how the delivery is what matters. The delivery, the execution, how it hits you, how it makes you, you know, disgusted and laugh and just burst out in laughter out of everything of what's happening, what suddenly is supposed to happen. It was just, you know, it felt very mid. So let me know what you guys think. Am I totally wrong to think that they, you know, they didn't completely botch this scene, but they made it pretty mid. It's okay. And, you know, iconic moments shouldn't just be okay. It should be grander. And that is my argument for that. So let me know what you guys think. Do me a favor, guys. Hit the like video. Subscribe to the channel. Check out my blog at otakusin.com. Check out my anime figure YouTube channel. And I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you guys on the next video.